especially on just a 3-season tent. Now I'm going to stop myself there and sit my because you may not be able to hear me. Right, mic on. We are going to set up the last UL tent that I put up, which was the Naturehike one. Now I'm going to put up the Star River UL tent in this blissful wind, so you get an idea of what it's like in 3-season wind. 3-season wind. Now at the moment, according to my littleometer, we're seeing 22 miles an hour. 24, 25 miles an hour at peak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the tent up now and we'll see how we get on. You've seen the video that I put up about the Naturehike Star River UL. Well, now we're going to try it in some serious lovely wind. So I'm going to slowly stick this up with hopefully not getting one of the blags blown away. Right, like I said a minute ago, we're looking at 20 to 25 mile an hour winds, or with gusts of up to 25 mile an hour. We're going to try the UL tent and we'll see how we get on. At the moment, I can't stick my camera up on a tripod because it'll fly. We've got little spots of rain coming in as well. As you can see, I'm at an angle, so I'm going to have to spin that a bit. Right, so let's try and get this up. Meanwhile, I'll do this. Every little bag's going to go in my pocket. Right, the spine of the tent I've got laying on the floor so it doesn't blow away, but it's ready to throw on the tent if be. I will pin it down the moment I've got it down. Now at the moment, I'm not going to stick the pocket on that comes with this. That's going in my pocket. What I'm going to do is, obviously the ground sheet's already attached to this, so I'm just going to get it out nice and quick. This is going to be fun. We'll get some kind of stake out, some ground anchorage, so it's ready to take the impact straight away. And what I'm going to do is, while it's lying on the floor, I'm going to attach the first peg to this immediately. That gives me some ground anchorage. And while it's on the floor, I'm going to look for its second. Oh my God. Just going to pin the second corner down if I can. Oh shit. Right, we'll try and pin out the other two corners without the rest of the tent flying away. Luckily the ground's perfect for me. So as you can see, I'm pinned out at the moment, ready to stick the frame on. We'll see how we go. Now, like I said, they are colour coded. So you stick the red into the red and the grey side into the grey side, hoping that I've got it the right way round. I think I have. So what I'm going to do while I'm doing this is immediately open the doors. Oh, sorry about that. The wind. Well, there's the tent at the moment. It's not fully up, but we're giving it a bash. So after I've stuck the frame up, let's hope the camera stays up. Once I'm fully set up, aim the side that's supposed to face the wind, which would be the front end or the feet end, and we'll see how we get on with that bit. At the moment, frame is looking funny as. So with all the attachments on, that's how the frame looks at the moment. Now, to be honest, for the price of this tent and for the wind it's going up against, bearing in mind we're at 20 mile an hour winds, 25 mile an hour gusts, that ain't too bad. Let's see if we can put the fly sheet on now. I'm expecting the fly sheet to be quite a hard one because obviously there'll be no airflow once it's on. In fact, before I go any further, what I'm going to do is I'm going to face the feet end towards the wind. God knows how I'm going to do this. So let's just say that the wind's changed direction during the night and you're going to need to change direction with your tent. Look at the force going on that. Right, so how this is going to work. Like I said, not the best idea, but hopefully it is flexible enough to do what I need to do. This kind of gives you an idea of how flexible the tent is. I'm going to try and pin it back in. Remember, the whole tent now is being held on by one peg. This could be a big mistake that I'm making right now. I can honestly say the foot end doesn't look very good against this wind, does it? Like I said, 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. I'm definitely experiencing some heavy gusts right now. That is phenomenal. Let's see if I can bring the camera closer so you can see the stretch on them poles. Right, I'm going to get underneath, get the fly sheet, and stick this end down because I haven't pinned it down just yet. Right, again, we're nicely pinned down. So is my camera. We are struggling with the wind. So that's how it looks right now. I'm actually struggling more to keep my camera facing us. Right, like I said, I'm going to stick the outer shell on now. Another bag in the pocket. So all the bags of the tent tucked nice and safe away. It's now trying to do the outer fly sheet. I have to sit on it for a second, I think. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the back on first and then just spill over and do the front. Let's get this fly sheet on, get it all pinned down. Oh, fucking hell. Could be heading for a nightmare here, because I don't really want to ruin this tent. I don't think I've ever done a wind test with this tent or any other tent. That has just pulled the cord straight away. I could hear a snap in a minute, which is not what I want to hear. Right, so while it's laying down, the best thing I can do is peg these two out and give it some stability. Some stability at the front straight away. Let's see how we get on. So someone asked me to do a wind test on this tent, which was probably a comical thing to do when it's 20 mile an hour winds, but I thought, hell, why not? Right, connect them up. Jesus, that's not going to work, man. That is hard. Let's see if I can pull and get some leverage going here. I honestly didn't think the winds were that bad today, but obviously they are horrendous. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. We've got some funny stuff going on with this tent right now. It's proper getting funky with me, you know. I can see bends happening that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, it's definitely not a good wind test. Might take me a while to sort this one out. I think we're seeing a little bit of better stuff now. The problem is, with this kind of wind, you do have to move fast just to save the tent from collapsing, bending. It's not what I want to happen. Quickly pin out the doors. I have got a massive bend in one of them over here, which is not good. Now, I'll be honest, I don't go out to ruin my tents. This is one of the first wind ones, or first wind tests I wanted to try. Fuck me. And it may have gone drastically wrong today. Persistence is the key here. As you can see, this wind test doesn't look like it's gone that well. Flexibility problems are happening everywhere. This tent in a nutshell is just snapped. There you are. So this tent has collapsed in 23 mile an hour wind. So 20 with gusts of 25. This tent has failed. Now, I actually really like this tent, but one of the bars has just snapped and I've just heard it. Not chuffed at all. Right. Yeah. I've never had a tent break on me in the wind, but this one has just collapsed. We're still in free season, but the wind is 20 at 25 mile gusts. So you got nice, goes down to 15. As soon as the wind hits, we'll say on a rough estimate 20 mile an hour winds. That tent don't last for shh. Right, let's take this tent down. So the wind had completely bent the pole. I will try and see if I can heat it up, move it back to position. But I'm going to take this down because yes, it has failed at roughly 20 miles an hour. I would never risk going out in this tent in that. That is possibly the quickest test I've ever done of a failing tent. So what I'm really going to be looking for now is any compromised failures within the poles. Now I've already seen one that was bent. I'm just hoping that there's no cracks, and there may be a way of bending that one back into shape. I don't want to come out here to ruin my tent, although I wouldn't have kept it up any longer because this would have got destroyed. There is one thing I still love about this tent, it's the individual pack up. Now I'm going to take the pole out, and immediately straight away you're going to see the bend in the pole. And I think there's even a bend in another part of the pole as well. Right, I'm going to lay this out and we'll look at the failures. Before I do that, I'm going to get the inner fly crushed down on the ground mat, bag it all up. So if you are looking to go out in the Naturehike Star River in some absolutely shocking weather, then look elsewhere. If you like going out in storms to prove a point, then I would look elsewhere. Do not choose the Naturehike Star River UL. It is made for summertime hiking, and that's it, in nice weather, not in 20 mile an hour plus. It ain't made for that. I'd barely even say it was made for 15 plus. Drills and skills, keep your bags in your pockets. The last thing you want to do is be losing them. Now I know my camera's dropped to the floor during this. I do apologise for that, but the wind has been funky. Now, while the wind's calming down a bit, it hasn't been compromised at the front 2 legs. It does maybe look like it's been compromised at the front, where it's been windswept and it may have turned round. I think it has been compromised here on this strut. I think it could be a little bit straighter. Top perfect still, and that beam seems okay, not too bent. This one, yeah, this one's proper bent here. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get that back to normal. But as for the wind, that didn't help, obviously. It's a wind test. We've got to show you when it's going to fail. You can see where it's bent there. And that ain't going to last you one night. I'll have to have a look at that when I get home, mess around with it a bit, see what I can do. That was upsetting. It's bent that much out that I'm struggling to put the bag over the poles. Upsetting that. Well, that was disappointing, weren't it? Could have done a rain test as well. Not too chuffed, but we're going to move on to a different place now. I'm going to call that home. Right, let's shoot off home.